Picking up from yesterday, I'll be recapping the lessons learned from Deuteronomy 28 to 29. So yesterday when we were sharing, we saw like Moses giving his final speech and talking about the blessings. And then one thing that did come out to me from these chapters is that the blessings were contingent on obedience of the children of Israelites, of the of the Israelites, children of Israel, all Israelites. So if they obeyed God and all his commands, they'll be exalted as a nation and be blessed in every area of their lives. Now on Mount Etal, where the curses were pronounced, the children of Israel answered amen to every proclamation that was made. And amen basically means so be it. So this was them in agreement, saying that whatever these curses are as a result of our disobedience, may they come upon us. So they were effectively agreeing to the judgment that they would incur by breaking the covenant. Again, there were more curses for disobedience, which were basically the reversal or the opposite of the curses of the blessings. So yesterday we read the blessings, and now we see the curses being like the reversal of the blessings. And this was much worse than it sounded, because it wasn't just the opposite, it was like the reversal of something that was like meant to be so good. Some of them were very scary. Of particular note was 28:23, where it says, your heavens over your head shall be bronze, and the earth underneath you shall be iron. Now, I'm Igbo, and one of the sayings that we have, they'll say obodo bigwe, meaning the town or the country is iron. And here, that's basically what I mean. That's what came to me when I read this. Because when I used to hear that expression, I didn't understand it, but now I see what it means. It basically means drought, which will cause a famine, because iron, bronze, nothing productive comes from it. The blessings and the curses weren't an outcome of themselves, but the outcome of obedience or disobedience. The purpose, which was ultimately for God to be glorified through the blessings and the curse. So whichever way they went, God was still going to be glorified through it. The curses will attest to God's holiness because of their rebellion. All God's attributes flow from his holiness, and he called Israel to be his people. That's why he cannot accept even a hint of impurity, unrighteousness, or rebellion from them. God commanded Moses to renew the covenant with the children of Israel, which was first given on Mount Sinai in the land of Moab. One thing that's worth noting was the Israelites became a covenant community. That was one thing that came through to me, like with everything, with the blessings, the curses, and them being God's children, they were now a covenant community unto the Lord. So they had a collective responsibility for obedience. Now this means that one man's sin could affect the whole community. That's what it means to be a covenant community. So it affects the whole nation, which is why we've seen very harsh consequences for sinful or rebellious people, i.e. they'll say take them out of the camp and stone them. If they do something, they must be put to death, they must be purged. The sin must be purged from amongst the people, because as a covenant community, they all had a collective responsibility to ensure that they were holy. Now, where did you see God in these chapters? For me, I said God is faithful. We've known this for a while. We've seen this. But even when we are faithless, in these chapters, we can see God only bring about the bad to ensure that the good comes in the end. Because in spite of he gave the blessings and then the curses, but then even after the curses, he spoke about redemption. So there are consequences to rebellion, but he calls us back to him when we stray. Also, God reveals some things to his people and keeps some things secret. And that's we can see in 29:29. The secret things belong to the Lord, but the things that are revealed belong to us and our children forever, that we may do all the words of his law. So that's two things. One is God's faithfulness even in our faithlessness, and two, that he reveals what he will reveal and hold back what he will hold back. I'm really loving this journey of getting to see the different sides of God and seeing everything that makes him who he is, and I hope you are too. Looking forward to seeing you here tomorrow, where I'll share lessons from our next set of chapters, which is Deuteronomy 30 to 31. See you here. Bye.